They were warriors, trailblazers, and heroes whose contributions often went unrecognized, but their impact on history is undeniable. This Black History Month, our Rochelle Turner is shining a light on an infantry division whose service and sacrifice went above and beyond.
Every year, the Buffalo Soldiers National Museum highlights an exhibit that showcases the history and culture. And today, we're learning about the 92nd Infantry Division, also known as the Buffalo Soldiers. Let's go inside and take a look. So now I'm joined by Cale Carter, who serves as the Director of Exhibition. So tell us about this exhibit.
So the 92nd Division during World War I will be the first all-black combat division to be raised in the U.S. Army. And really it'll be one of the largest Army formations that comprise entirely of black soldiers since the 25th Army Corps at the end of the Civil War.
The exhibit features rifles, uniform replicas, and medals of honor. But one of the most remarkable artifacts is this M1917 Army helmet preserved from World War I.
This helmet is well over 100 years old, and what's interesting about this is that during World War I and a little bit after, you had where U.S. soldiers and soldiers from other countries kind of add like personal touches, because even though like when you would basically get this, you would just be issued a standard piece of equipment, but soldiers would add personal touches to either kind of pay homage to their unit, or in like the case of this, try to blend in, but also have those personal touches. So right here is the M1917 helmet, but when you look closer, you notice it kind of has like these hand-painted camouflage patterns, and it's kind of difficult to see, but when you look at the front, there's kind of a circle, and within that circle is a buffalo. So
in 1944, the 92nd Infantry Division deployed to Italy. Despite racial discrimination within the U.S. Army, they formed strong bonds with Italian civilians fighting against German forces.
The local Italian civilians saw them as liberators, but you also had Italian partisans who were resisting against the Italians who sided with the Germans in World War II, and those partisans would fight alongside the soldiers of the 92nd. But as the war dragged to a close and as the U.S. Army began to kind of occupy Italy, the relationship in a way would sour in some cases. So because like basically U.S. Army would occupy areas, there would be issues that would come up, such as crimes and even accusations of rape and stuff like that. And oftentimes you would see either where white soldiers or even Italian American soldiers would say, oh, well, don't interact with those black soldiers, that they're the ones committing the crimes, they're the ones that's doing all the nefarious activities. And
just days before Christmas of 1944, the division launched an attack on German forces. On December 26, the Germans counterattacked, forcing some soldiers to retreat. Yet the Buffalo Soldiers stood their ground, fighting bravely under heavy fire.
Honor recipients from the 92nd, I think his name was John Fox. He earned the Medal of Honor during this period because he was in a town, they got overran, and he literally called artillery on himself and essentially sacrificed himself and basically the forward observation group he was with to basically eliminate those Germans that were trying to take the town.
Even in battle, soldiers found themselves mesmerized by the sight of German planes.
While they're waiting to get shot, they're just observing like kind of German planes in the distance, and kind of like amazing. And it's kind of funny because of course we think about planes now like, oh, that's a common occurrence, but when you think about a lot of these guys, like they probably came from areas where you never saw a plane before, and then suddenly you're in a whole new environment where you're seeing like even though it's warfare and it has a lot of terror to it, like you're seeing like, wow, like there's planes that's actually kind of defying gravity and fighting against each other. So
by late 1945, Buffalo soldiers returned home only to face segregation and discrimination. Unlike white soldiers, they were denied full GI Bill benefits and the recognition they deserved. Their service, however, helped pave the way for military desegregation in 1948 under President Truman's Executive Order 9981.
What's something that you want the younger generation to take away from this exhibit?
Pretty much that when it comes to this history is a very nuanced subject. And also when you study this history, you start finding how certain things are interconnected and explain why things are the way they are today.
Now, the exhibit features so much that we couldn't cover in this story. To learn more about the Buffalo Soldiers, just look for the story on our website. It's clicktohouston.com. Reporting in the studio, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.